disclosure, I'm gonna be doing some armchair diagnosing in this video. I am obviously not a licensed health professional, so take everything I say with the knowledge that my psychology degree comes from Google. With that being said, in my very unprofessional opinion, Robyn Brown is suffering from main character syndrome. And frankly, it is exhausting. It's exhausting for viewers, and I can only imagine how exhausting it is for Kody's kids and ex-wives. It's already starting to seem like Kody is getting exhausted by it too, and all he has left is Robyn. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever found yourself spiraling down a social media rabbit hole, soaking up health advice from so-called experts, or worse, Googling your symptoms and convincing yourself it's something catastrophic? Guilty! I've lost count of how many late night Google searches have left me stressed out instead of reassured. But this year, I am done with that cycle. I am committing to taking charge of my health, and the first step, actually booking appointments with real doctors. And today's video sponsor, ZocDoc, is making that so much easier for me. Around the same time I started weight loss medications, I broke out in what I thought were hives around my neck. And I was so stressed out because I was thinking I was having an allergic reaction to the weight loss medications. I was up Googling till all hours this one night to only end up at urgent care the next day. And thankfully, I was told I was having a reaction to a necklace I was wearing. ZocDoc makes middle of the night medical symptom self-research a thing of the past because instead of turning to Google, you can get in contact with an actual doctor. I love how simple ZocDoc makes it to find a doctor who fits my schedule, my insurance, and my needs. Whether I'm dealing with something routine like a checkup or trying to figure out that one weird symptom that's been bugging me. And let me tell you, there's something really empowering about choosing to prioritize your health instead of procrastinating with Google. You can use ZocDoc for everything from finding a new dentist to booking with a dermatologist. They have over 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty that you can imagine. And the best part, most appointments happen within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even find same-day appointments if you need them. You don't even need to call anyone. You can schedule with just a few clicks. For me, ZocDoc is like a reset button. No more guessing, no more stressing, and no more convincing myself I'll just deal with that later. Instead, I can just open the app, find a doctor with great reviews, and book an appointment, whether it's at 2 p.m. between meetings or 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. So if you're like me and ready to take your health seriously, try ZocDoc by visiting ZocDoc.com/realiteasquad. It's time to stop Googling and start healing. Let me just start off by saying, I think we all are the stars of our own stories. Like, that makes sense, right? Robyn's problem is that she needs to be the star of everyone's story. And if she's not, she's been done harm in some way. Gabe actually clocked this perfectly early on in season 19.
What do you think about, because you used to always, like I have somebody in my life who just sacrificed everything and did everything for this family and we've treated her like dirt. And I'm like, I don't remember ever treating her badly.
I think that Robyn definitely has a victim complex. I mean, to put it bluntly. And I don't necessarily blame her for that. I think that different people devise different strategies to keep themselves afloat, but...
And I feel really bad about the kids, because
I miss having a relationship with all of them, but I don't blame them at all for following along party lines,
My kids aren't really, there's a lot of anger towards Robyn. They just feel like Robyn is always kind of waiting to say, when they say something or do something, she's gonna twist it all around. That's how they feel about it.
If she actually believes that we were mistreating her or her children in any way, when she was constantly getting favorited by dad and we were always working on our relationship with her kids, if she actually believes that, then there's no chance of me having a relationship with Robyn ever again.
Robyn always strongly supported my relationships with the whole family. Robyn herself, her last 2 conversations with Janelle was Robyn begging Janelle to have a relationship with her. Janelle's a relationship coward.
Interesting that Kody would talk about conversations that Robyn had with Janelle. Did you witness these conversations, Kody? Like, how do you know that it was Robyn who was begging to have a relationship with Janelle? Kody is just choosing to believe the things Robyn tells him over the things his other wives and kids are telling him. Janelle revealed to us earlier in this scene that Gabe was seeing a counselor at school, and I feel like you can tell because he is setting some pretty clear boundaries for his dad and Robyn. If Robyn is going to continue to claim X, Y, and Z, which Gabe disputes as fact, then that will prevent Gabe from having a relationship with her. Honestly, I think that's a very mature boundary to set. I feel like Gabe is gray rocking both his dad and Robyn at this point. He's not allowing them to get a rise out of him anymore. Gabe is simply and calmly stating his criteria in order to have a relationship with him. And if they can't meet those expectations, Gabe has made peace with not having a relationship with them at all. It is very heartbreaking that it has come to that, but for his own emotional well-being, I think this is a good move on Gabe's part. So what is main character syndrome, and why do I think that that applies to Robyn? Well, buckle up for my Google book report. In an article for the Cleveland Clinic, main character syndrome is defined by a series of behaviors in which you see yourself as the main character in the story of your life. You are the protagonist and everyone else is often a sidekick or a villain. You often see yourself as the most important person in the room and you act according to the narrative of your plot. Main character energy is perhaps the more appropriate term for this set of behaviors, and with this kind of energy, you often present to the world as if a camera is on you at all times, explains Dr. Albers. Having that perspective that you are the center of the story naturally changes the way you present yourself to others and how you act in a public setting. When you embrace main character energy, you tend to highlight or reinforce certain aspects of your personality to benefit your story and your place in other people's lives. You view yourself through a storytelling lens, like you're on a movie or a TV show, and the spotlight is always on you, says Dr. Albers. Looked at in another context, when someone comes to you and confides in you about some problems they're facing, you might romanticize your own problems in response, or disregard someone else's feelings completely by making their problems about you. When you're romanticizing your problems, you often feel like you have to go through difficult problems because it gives you some sort of growth or character development, further explains Dr. Albers. I'll just say, if someone suffers from main character syndrome and they think they are the star of the show, it does not help if they are actually on a TV show. Robyn is really fighting an uphill battle against her natural inclination, and she's losing big time. But we see examples of Robyn's main character energy all throughout season 19. For example, when Robyn's talking about just how much everyone else in the family has changed.
I mean, I don't think you're the only one that changed. I started noticing a really big change in him, but I think all of us were. There was less of this focus on the family, the group, the main part of the family, not the kids out there. And that's where they wanted to focus more on the kids that had moved away. I don't know if I was really changing as much, but I think Mary and Janelle and Christine specifically were changing.
I love how in the span of about 30 seconds, Robyn goes from, I think all of us have changed to, well, I never really changed. Who is the main part of the family in Robyn's mind? It's her household. She literally tells us she views herself as the main character of the entire Brown family. How dare Mary, Janelle, and Christine focus their attention on kids that have moved away when Robyn and her kids are still living in Flagstaff, very much in need of people's attention and money. Kody, make everyone pay attention to me. And let Robyn just show you how she turns someone else's trauma into a slight against her. So Mary is telling us how she loves to decorate for the holidays, but she never really got to decorate in Flagstaff because nobody came over to her house.
And it was really sad to me because the younger kids really counted on those traditions and those get-togethers, and they really wanted them. And the older kids, some of the older kids and the moms weren't interested in it the same way.
That's sad for Mary, but Robyn turns Mary's pain into how she and her kids were victimized in all of this. The fucking audacity, I swear. As if Robyn didn't have a tree up in her house with thousands of presents under the tree for her and her kids. I mean, Robyn has the whole Dickens Christmas village, hello. The older kids and the other wives weren't interested in it in the same way because Kody literally nuked the entire family. He ghosted 3 other households. Why would Mary decorate for your kids, Robyn, when you never go over to her house? Talk about an effort in futility. Why is it everyone else in the family's responsibility to make the holiday special for Robyn and her kids? What is Robyn doing to make the holiday special for anyone else in the family? Christmas 2021, Kody doesn't even call his other kids at Christmas, and yet he produces electric bikes for the kids living under Robyn's roof. What do you think that looks like for Savannah? And yet Robyn sits there with all of the audacity in the world and claims that she's been done wrong by Kody's other family. I mean, for fuck's sake. Robyn has this need to be the main character in everyone's story, and it's extremely toxic. If she doesn't get the attention that she feels like she deserves, she views that as being mistreated by Kody's kids and other wives. The rest of the Brown family are so over Robyn and her main character syndrome because it's been an exhausting roller coaster. They don't want to ride this ride anymore. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for both of those will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.